When will construction start in my area? When will I get service? What are you guys doing in my yard? What does the construction process look like? These are some of the most common questions we receive online and through calls about our construction process. To answer these questions and more, I'm starting a new video series that's going to take you through our construction journey from start to finish, showing you how we bring the fastest and most reliable internet to the region. In this video, we're kicking things off by discussing our planning process. While the planning process isn't an official step to our construction efforts, it's a term I like to use to describe everything behind the scenes going on before a shovel even gets put into the ground. Believe it or not, planning an infrastructure project of this scale is monumental. It takes multiple organizations working together to consider every detail. It is arguably the most critical part of our whole construction effort. So let's dive in. The first step in the planning process is sending neighborhood and service zone plans to a third-party engineering firm. These experts design the network, determining exactly where our fiber needs to be installed and where our equipment needs to be buried so we can deliver fiber optic internet to our customers. While this may sound straightforward, it's actually quite complex, especially due to the many factors that need to be considered when you're designing a network. For example, we build our infrastructure underground rather than string them along power poles. This requires much more detailed planning, but it ensures that our network is much more reliable and durable, especially during storms and other adverse weather conditions. Challenges like public and private road access, railroad crossings, and even military-owned properties can further complicate the process, sometimes even requiring us to alter our designs entirely. Depending on the complexity of the area, this design process can take anywhere between 3 to 4 weeks to even 3 to 4 months. Now, once we receive the designs, two very important steps happen simultaneously. One, our team starts to submit permit applications to city and county offices, oftentimes to both for any given construction area. And two, we begin preparing or ordering equipment that is used during construction. Once those permits are approved, technically we're ready to start the physical construction process. Before moving forward though, let's talk about some of the equipment that customers can expect to see in their neighborhoods. To explain in more detail, we're going to go see one of our construction coordinators.
All right, everyone, my name is Kevin with the local construction department here in Niceville, Florida. I'm going to give you an example of some of the infrastructure you'll start to see in your neighborhoods when we begin to do construction. All right, as my friend Garrett mentioned before, the planning stage, once the planning stage is complete, then we go to the construction stage, and that is critical to determine where these pieces of equipment will be in your neighborhood to service your home and or your business. So the first one we have here, this would be a main distribution. This is called a handhole. Now before you panic, the only thing you're going to see in your yard is this much, the top part. This is all below grade. So the main distribution comes in here, and then we'll go out to the individual houses. This is called a flower pot. Your individual drops to your home and to your business would come from here. In some cases, 2 or 3 can be fed from one of these, and it's always on the property line between 2 properties. This as well is below grade, so the only thing you'll see is the top piece here. And these are safe. You can run them over with a tire, you can run them over with your lawnmower. They're sturdy and good to go. We have one more piece of equipment to show you, and that's the most critical piece of all. Here we have our cabinet, the main distribution point for where the fiber distributes about to the entire area. This, as he alluded to, is the most important piece of the entire process. Finding a location to be able to put this cabinet to maximize the amount of fiber we can deliver to different neighborhoods for the best-in-class service. So from the cabinet, when this cabinet is built, then the construction commences from outward from here. So the light starts here and all the way out to the end where the service is. And unlike coax cable, this service stays continuous all the way out. It does not degrade as the old coax cable used to do. Additionally, there's a generator here that when the power goes down, our generator kicks on immediately so your service will not go down. There will be no interruptions. All of our infrastructure is underground. So if trees and poles are to come down, it does not affect us at all. The generator will kick on, the service will still be going.
And that wraps up our planning process. Our priority is efficiency, ensuring we deliver a true fiber optic internet connection as quickly as possible without compromising network quality or durability. While this stage does take time, I promise you it is worth the wait. As the saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day. If you found this information helpful and interesting, don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date with insights into our construction process and how we're bringing better internet to your community. Be sure to tune in for our next video, where we'll dive into the actual process of building a world-class fiber optic network.